So I finished my first round of half double crochets, and now for the second and the last round of half double crochets we will work like this. Chain 1 and turn. And work 12 half double crochets on the first 12 half double crochets of the first round of half double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now for the next 24 we are on the front side of the loafer, and for the front side, so on the next 24 stitches we will work decreases. So in each of our 2 stitches 1 increase, and from 24 we will have 12 stitches because we will decrease actually half at half. Okay, so each and every 2 stitches we will make a decrease. Let me show you how. So yarn over, insert the hook into the first and pull up a loop, 3 loops on the hook. Insert the hook into the second, pull the yarn through it, 4 loops on the hook. Yarn over, pull through all 4. This is our first increase. So decrease, sorry. So we will have on this 24 we will have 12 decrease. This is the first one. Now yarn over, on the next 2 stitches work the second decrease. Yarn over, on the next 2 stitches work your third decrease. Yarn over, on the next 2 stitches work your fourth decrease. Yarn over, on the next 2 stitches work your fifth decrease. Yarn over, on the next 2 stitches work your sixth decrease, as I show you, so the decrease is the same. Now we have a half, so 6 decreases on the first 12 stitches. Okay, go on and work your 7th decrease on the next 2 stitches. 1, 2. 8th decrease on the next 2 stitches. 9th decrease on the next 2 stitches. 10th decrease on the next 2 stitches. 11th decrease on the next 2 stitches, and the last 12th decrease on the next 2 stitches. Okay, and that's it. Oops. Okay, work tightly. Okay, this part of decreases, and this is what we have now. I just want to go on and work my remaining 12 stitches because we had actually 28 stitches, so we worked 12, we decrease on our 24, so we have now 12, and we will work our 12 remaining stitches. Now we have after this round, after this part of decreases actually, we will have 12 per 3, so 36. So from 48 we have 36 stitches now. Okay, go on and work 12 stitches more, remaining stitches, half double crochets. 1, oops, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and the last one, 12. Now insert the hook into the very first stitch worked, pull the yarn, slip stitch to join, chain 1 for the secure knot, and cut your yarn. Now this is what we have so far. You must have this shape for now. And now you want to work the little flap here on the front side. So for the flap we chain 4 plus 1 and we work 4 single crochets, 4 chains plus 1, and we work 4 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now for the turning stitches we want to repeat the same thing that we worked on the soles. So 2 stitches, 2 turning stitches, 2 turning single crochets, and 4 more single crochets into the same first chain. Work the first single crochet of the 4 on the opposite side. This is the second, the third, and the fourth, and again 2 turning stitches, 1 and 2, and slip stitch into the very first single crochet to join. For the second row around of the flap we will work 4 single crochets. I just explaining to you, 4 single crochets into the 2 turning chain. We work the same thing that we worked on the sole, so we will work 1 increase into the first, 1 increase into the second, for a total of 4 single crochets, turning single crochets. Okay, so 1 increase into the first, 1 into the second, then another 4 single crochets, and into the next 2 single crochet turning stitches, sorry, 2 single crochets into the first, 2 single crochets into the next. Work your second round and I will be back to show you how to work the third round of the flap. Third round of the flap. Chain 1, 4 single crochet for the constant, 2, 3, and 4. Now on the 4 turning single crochets we will work like this. Into the first we work 1 single crochet, into the second we work an increase, so 2 single crochets, into the third we work an increase, so 2 single crochets, and into the fourth we work 1 single crochet, so actually the same that we worked for the sole. Now repeat the same thing, 4 single crochet for the side, and what I worked for the turning single crochets work on the other side. I will finish this round, which is the third round, and I will be back to show you the fourth and the last round of the flap. For the last round, the fourth and the last round of the flap, we work like this. Chain 1, work your first constants, so 4 single crochet on one side, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now on the 6 turning single crochets, because we added 2 more stitches. We increased 2 times, so added 2 more stitches into the third round. Now we have 6 turning single crochets. Work like this. Into the first, work an increase, so 1 and 2. Into the second, work a single crochet. Into the third, work an increase, 1 and 2. Into the fourth, work an increase, 1 and 2 single crochets, of course. Into the fifth, work a single crochet, and into the sixth and the last, work another increase. So we increased 4 times, 6, and we had 6 stitches, and we added 4 stitches more by increasing 4 times. So we have 10 turning single crochets now. So we have to repeat the same thing. We work our 4 single crochets of the second side, 3, 4, and we want to work on the 6 single crochets, turning single crochets, the same thing that we worked before. 1 and 2 into the first, so an increase. Into the second, 1 single crochet. Into the third stitch, an increase, so 1 and 2. Into the fourth stitch, an increase, 1 and 2. Into the fifth stitch, 1 single crochet, and into the sixth stitch and the last, an increase. So actually now we have a total of 10, 10, 4, 4. So 28 single crochets. Here is not important the total of our stitches, but we have to know if we work properly. So we have 28 single crochet if you want to count and to be sure that you worked correctly. Now to join, we will join with the same color and with the slip stitch. Make the slip knot and attach the slip knot to the yarn, to the hook, sorry. Now count 5. So here we slip stitch to join. So this from this single crochet, the last of the last increase, count 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now go on and count again 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then 6 and 7. So again we have 5 and 5. Okay, we have 10 stitches, turning stitches here. We want to count the first 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now the second 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2 more, 6 and 7. Insert the hook into the 7th stitch. Okay, now we will join like this. On the show we know that we have 12 decreases stitches here. Okay, now we will begin to count. We don't have to count, we will insert the hook. So this is my, here it is my last decrease. Okay, you can see it, it's really obvious here. So into the very next stitch you will insert the hook. Why? Because here we have 7 and we will go on with 7 more, so 14. And here we have 12. And we need 1 more stitches from one side and the other to get 14. So we will join on 14 stitches actually. 7 on one side, 7 on the other side. We already have 6 because we know that we have 12 from our 24 here on the front side. So we just want to put it here like this, and to see Where is our last decrease? And here it is, our last decrease. You can see it. If you don't see it, you just have to count from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now this is my last decrease, and from here we will count 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now from here we count 6 plus 1, so 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And into the 7th stitch we want to insert the hook for our first joining stitch. So insert the hook here, but only into the front loop or back loop, or the loop that is the nearest to you, okay? I think it's the front loop. Yes, it's the front loop. Okay, like this, and join. Put the tail inside, and now just go on for 14 stitches. So this is the first, this is the second one, here and here. Only front loops from the show, and slip stitch. Now into the next. This is the third, then 4, 5, oops, only front loop, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we slip stitch, 12, 13, oops, and 14. As this is here, and this is the last one. So slip stitch and cut the yarn. Okay, now let's say this is the most difficult part. It is not very difficult, but if you understand this, the rest it's really easy. Okay, this is what we have so far. Now what I want to do is to work a round of single, not actually a round, but all around here single crochet, and I will work like this. Oops. I will insert the hook into the stitch, very first stitch that I worked, the flap, that I joined the flap. Insert the hook through the 2 loops this time. Oops, like this. And now I will begin to work into the second, not into the same, but into the second, my first single crochet. Okay, and now go on and work single crochets all around. So I finished my single crochet and I just slip stitch into the very last stitch of the joining part here of the flap, and I want to show you on the other side with the tail, just to create a nice, a smooth connection here. I will work like this. So from here, insert the hook into the single crochet and then here. Okay, like this. Can you see this connect the two pieces together and creates a nice and smooth as a unique piece. Okay, that's all. Okay, and as I said, I like them too without the little barrette here, but now I will show you how to put the barrette too, just to have the chance to choose for yourself, of course. So for the little bar here, just work the very first round of the sole. So chain 12 plus 1, work 12 single crochets, 2 turning single crochets, another 12 single crochets and 2 more turning single crochets. Then insert the hook into the very first single crochet and slip stitch to join. Cut the yarn, cut a longer yarn, and use it to sew the stripe on the show here. Now just one thing I want to show you, not how to sew the stripe because it's really obvious. There is no I'm sure no you have no question. It's so clear, but you just have to pay attention to be on the same side, on the same, how can I say, position. Okay, this is the important part. We don't want one stripe like this and the other one. Okay, so can you see, I just want them to be like this. Okay, so now I can cut the yarn here oops, don't want to make knots, just like this. You can put buttons on one side, on the other, and the other side if you want to, but I just want to let them like this. I really like them like this. Okay, this is my choice, but as I said, you can choose to put two nice buttons. Okay, so I'll just show you. Actually, it's the same thing, as you can see. Okay, now this is my loafers pattern and for babies, and I hope you enjoy this little pattern, this little creation of mine, and I hope I will be back soon with loafers for adults. Okay, so see you at the next tutorial.